Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. If you are a return subscriber, welcome back. Everything that I use in this video will be listed down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss whenever I post another video. Let's hop straight into it. I'm going to be using this Sephora Sananas palette, and I was on TikTok and I asked some people who I was on a panel with what was their favorite colors. Their favorite colors was red, green, and black. Since I already did a video recently with those particular colors, I decided to switch it up a little bit. So I'm going in with this coral color and I'm building it up as well as blending it out, making sure everything is exactly how I want it before moving on to the next shade. Now I'm blending two brown shades that I mixed together and putting that in the outer corner. And I'm going to build that up as well, but I mainly want that to stay in that outer corner. You don't have to worry about fixing the edges for this just yet because you will be going back in with that coral shade to do so. Going back with a little bit more of that transition color just so that can stand out a little more. You don't want that brown shade to overpower that coral shade, so just build it up just a little bit. And I'm going to take my finger just to blend out the edge of that concealer a little bit before going in with that brown shade once again, just to blend that out a little more to get rid of that harsh line from that concealer. And for the final color, I'm going in with a green glitter shade and I'm just tapping it into place, building it up. So basically everywhere that that concealer is, that's where that glitter is going. You want to make sure that you don't apply it too high up because it can mess up the look, but keep it in that same area. Now I'm just going back in with that brush for the brown without applying any more product and blending those two colors together so everything flows. And once this eye is finished, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera. I moisturized and primed my face off camera. Now I'm going in with my foundation using a little at a time, making sure that I completely blend this out before moving on to the other side of my face. And to help me blend out that foundation a little more and remove some of that excess, I sprayed my beauty blender with some fixing spray, and I'm just blending out the rest of that foundation as I stated before, as well as removing some of that excess product. And as you can see, it still looks the same as if I added it with the brush. And I'm going to do the same steps on this side. Now to highlight my face, I'm going in with a little concealer underneath my eyes, mainly keeping it in that inner corner this time and dragging it out just a little bit so I can make sure that it covered the whole entire area. I'm also going to bring it down the center of my nose as well as my forehead. And I'm going to spray my face once again. I forgot to apply foundation on my forehead first, so I'm going to go ahead and blend out this concealer on the forehead, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit of foundation. And I'm going to add a little concealer there because it kind of took away from the concealer that I applied the first time. But I'm going to blend that out right away using that damp sponge. And then I will go back in with my brush just to clean up the edges a little bit. Blending out the outer edges first and then grabbing some of that concealer from the inner corner and blending that towards the outer corner and making sure that I really focus on the outer edges to make sure that that blends in with that foundation. Going in with that sponge again, blending out those edges, and then going back in with that brush to kind of blend it out a little more. Now that the inner corner had time to sit and dry down a little bit, I'm blending out the edges first and then blending out the rest of that concealer, making sure that I don't press in that area too much or too hard because I don't want to swipe away all that product. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of pressed powder and set that into place right away. Now I'm just applying a little bit of bronzer, and when I say a little, I mean just that, because this bronzer, as you can see, is very pigmented, so a little does go a long way. And I'm making sure that I take my foundation brush with nothing on it to blend it out, to make sure that I get rid of that harshness. And now I'm just going to bake just a little bit. So I'm applying some of that powder on the side of my nose and bringing it outward, just so I can set all of that concealer into place. And like I said, and bake just a little bit. I'm also going to apply that powder a little bit on my nose, as well as the center of my forehead. On my forehead, I had to apply just a little more because I blended it out too much. This part is optional. I don't necessarily have to do this with this particular powder, but you still want to set that foundation with some type of powder, but it does not have to be this lighter powder. But I like to use a lighter powder because I like to give it that more snatched look. And to blend away that extra powder, I'm using my foundation brush. There's nothing on it, and I'm just stamping it into place as well as dusting it away. And to help smooth out the under eyes, I'm going in with a little more of pressed powder to do so. And this just helps lock everything into place and give it that more smoothness. And I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. Again, everything that I use will be listed down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment for more videos.